Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. The purpose of the 7th chapter is Jnana Vijnana. Jnana is the knowledge, information. Vijnana is application of this knowledge so that it doesn't remain merely erudition and scholarship, but this knowledge is converted into experience. And therefore, first the teacher told the 4 aspects about the all experiences that we can have. First is apara prakriti, which is jada, which is inert and of 8 different aspects. Second is the jiva bhuta param prakriti, and this jiva bhuta para prakriti is ekadha, is not ashtadha. So ashtadha karanatmika, jiva bhuta ekadha, it is not anekadha. This is the basic difference between the Sankhya and the Vedanta. Where we talk about Purusha Prakriti, in Vedanta we say Purusha is one and Prakriti is different from person to person, and therefore there are differences in the manifestation of the individuals. Sankhya Shastra tells Prakriti is one, but the Purushas are different, and therefore there is a difference. And in this manner we come to a conclusion that whichever is suitable at a given time, accept it and go ahead. Don't get caught up anywhere. So this Jiva Bhuta Prakriti is the one who is responsible for this whole world. Now the third state. So these 2 Prakritis together are the womb from where the whole world has come. And they are my Prakritis, and therefore aham krishnastha jagataha prabhava pralayasthatha. Because these 2 Prakritis are mine, therefore I am the cause of this world. Aham krishnastha jagataha prabhaha pralayasthatha. Prabhavaha can be taken as the efficient cause, and pralayaha is taken as the material cause. So I am the efficient cause as well as the material cause of this world. So this Ishvara is the third factor. Now the fourth factor is the Parabrahma Paramatma, which is one without a second, and therefore Mattaha Paradaram Nanyat Kinchidasti Dhananjaya Mai Sarvamidam Protam Sutre Maniganaiva. So in me there is neither cause nor effect. In me there is nothing comparable, because I am one without a second, and from me nothing has ever come out. I remain unmodified, unchanging. 3 things. Because na kinchidasti, there is no effect from me. Gold becomes the ornament when it has undergone modification. Then it becomes ornament. So this absolute reality is immune to modification also. And therefore I am neither the doer nor the done. So this absolute non-dual reality is the ultimate truth. And in this absolute, the relative existence of Jiva Jagat Ishvara is superimposed. Just like in the golden chain, the beads and the thread are the supported and the support, and these two things are superimposed on the gold. In the same manner, in me, this whole world is superimposed. Up to here is the Jnanam. Now we will start what is the Vijnana. So from the 8th verse, Kena kena dharmena vishishte tvai sarvam idam protam idhi uchyate. Raso hamapsu kaunteya prabhasmi shashi suryayoho pranavas sarva vedeshu shabdakhe paurusham nrushu. It is easier for us to understand the examples which are commonly given to make us understand the essence of anything. For example, when we are told that the essence of the ornament is gold, so gold is the cause, ornament are the effect, and therefore in the ornament we see the gold. If you remove the gold from the ornaments don't exist. Very easy to understand. Similarly, the clay, mritika eva satyam, vacharammanam vikaro namadheyam, mritika eva iti satyam. So the pot, the saucer, the cup, these are only names. In fact, it is the clay alone. This is easier to understand. But we cannot understand, and difficult to comprehend, that the same reality is expressing in one place as the sound, the same reality is expressing as the touch, as the taste, as the smell, as the form. Because how the same thing can become so many? And this is where all the difficulty comes. Now here Bhagavan helps us contemplate and practice knowledge. This is called as Abhyasa. There are 15 of them. So this is the Abhyasa Puranmasi. Now first, Rasaha aham apam yaha saraha sa rasaha tasmin rasabhute mayi apaha prota ityarthaha evam sarvatra. So I am rasa. Rasa means what? Apam yaha saraha sa rasaha. What is the essence of the water? Essence of the water is the rasa. Rasa tanmatra. See, earlier we were told that the Mahabhutanyahankaro Buddhiravyaktamevacha. No, that is in other verse. Bhumirapo nalovayu khammano buddhirevacha. So, the water is water only because of the tanmatra, the rasa tanmatra. So, without the rasa, the water cannot be. Now we have to understand the rasa in this manner. Water we understand according to science as H2O. 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 of oxygen. But that is not accepted as water in our Vedanta Shastra. Water is that because of which we are able to experience taste. Therefore, the essence of the water is the rasa tanmatra. So, the rasa, because of which we are able to establish the existence of the water, that rasa I am. Now here, rasa means what? Sweet, sour, salty, bitter, what? No, these are different things. Rasa is the essence. So, all the rasas are possible because of this original ras. So, this is the am ras. Rest are the khas ras. Raso hamapsu kaunteya. Hey Kunti Putra, hey Arjun. I am the saraha, the essence of the water. And in this, tasmin rasa bhute mai, in this rasa, in the form of the rasa, I support the water, or the waters are existing in me, who is of the nature of the rasa. Both ways it is right. In this way, evam sarvatra, the same thing you have to understand in the subsequent words. Which are those? Yatha aham apsu rasaha evam prabha asmi shashi suryayoho. So raso ham apsu konteya prabha asmi shashi suryayoho. So shashi and the surya. Now shashi is what? Shashi is the reflected light. And what is the surya? Surya is the original light. So bimba and the pratibimba, both lights are my lights. So prabha, the prakash, the light in the sun and the moon, I alone am. Meaning what? Because of my light, tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. It is because of my light alone the sun, the moon, the stars, the electricity and the fire all are illumined. So, Prabha Asmi Shashi Suryayoho. The third one. Pranavaha Sarva Vedeshu. All the Vedas, Pranavaha Onkaraha. The Onkara, Sarva Vedeshu Tasmin Pranava Bhute Mai Sarve Vedaha Protaha. So, it is said that how the Vedas were manifested. Vedas were manifested from the original sport called as Om, and therefore Pranava is called as Ekakshara Gayatri or Pranava Gayatri Om. Then Ekapada Gayatri or Ekapada Gayatri. Then the second one is the Dvipada Gayatri, Hamsaha or Soham, Soham. And the third is this Bhurvusvaha Tasviturvarenyam. So this Pranava is the essence of the Vedas, meaning this Pranava is supporting the Vedas. If you remove the Pranava from the Vedas become meaningless. And therefore, Pranavaha Sarva Vedeshu. If you remember, we have studied in Kaivalya Upanishad, Atmanam Aranim Krutva Pranavam Chottaranim Dhyana Nirmatana Bhyasat Pasham Dahati Panditaha. So there we are doing the churning of the Om. And what are the churning of the Om or the Pranava? That Om has got three aspects. A, Uma. They respectively represent Jagra, Sapna, Sushupti. And when you inquire, you come to know that all these three experiences are superimposed on the undenied conscious blissful existence which is in and through all the experiences, and thus churn it out like we churn out the butter from the milk. In the same manner, Jnana Nirmatanabhyasat, this is the churning of knowledge. So this Om Pranavaha Sarva Vedeshu Aham eva asmin mai sarve Vedaha protaha. Then further, Tatha Khe Akashe Shabdaha Sarabhutaha Tasmin mai Kham Protam. Similarly, the essence of the space is the Shabda, the sound. So I am the sound in the space, and in this sound alone the space is existing. Now please understand, it is this way. We have studied this thing in Aitareya Upanishad. First of all, the Andam Ajayata. Then that Anda, that huge Anda, remain in the Karanvari for many, many years. And then, that when the Anda become mature, then it desired to see, and the two Chakshushu Niraviddetam, then the eyes were opened. Then it desired to smell, the nose opened. And from that, then from the eyes, the Rupa Tanmatra came. Then from the ears, the Shabda Tanmatra came. And then these Tanmatras became the cause for the gross world. And therefore, the gross world is supported by the essence, the Tanmatra. So, the Tanmatra of the Akasha, the space, is the Shabda, the sound. And therefore, in the sound, the space is existing. Therefore, Tasmin Sarabhute Shabde Mai Kham Protam. In that Shabda, the Kham, the space is existing. Tatha Paurusham Purushasya Bhavaha Yataha Pum Buddhihi Nrushu Tasmin Mai Purushaha Protaha. Similarly, among the men, the sense of that I am a man. So this should include also the woman. Similarly, this sense that I am a man or I am a woman, this sense because of which the man is man and the woman is woman, that sense is me. So tasmin mai purushaha protaha. We never get a feeling that I am a dog, or I am a cat, or I am anything. No, we don't get. So this is how this Supreme Self alone is supporting the total world. After we complete this, another few lines, then we will go a little more detail. Punyo gandha prithivyancha tejaschasmi vibhavasau जीवनम सर्वभूतेषु तपश्चास्मि तपस्विषु. पुण्यः सुरभिः गन्धः पृथिव्यां च अहं तस्मिन् मयि गन्धभूते पृथिवी प्रोता. So I am the surabhi, the auspicious smell. Like I told you about the rasa. Rasa could be anything. Similarly, gandha could be anything. But the essence of the gandha, the smell, which is supporting the earth, because the gandha tanmatra is the one out of which the prithvi, pancha mahabhuta has come out. And therefore, tasmin mai gandha bhute prithvi prota. Prithvi, the earth is existing. Then here Bhagavan Shankara gives some beautiful explanation. Punyatvam gandhasya svabhavataha eva prithivyam darshitam abadishu rasadehe punyatva upalakshanartham. So when here Bhagavan has said punyo gandhaha, so the essence, the smell, it's not a good or a bad smell. The essence called as the gandha. Durgandha, sugandha has nothing to do with the gandha. In the same manner, like the mind. Now, good mind, bad mind, or a person, good person, bad person. We are not talking about that. Similarly, punyatvam gandhasya svabhavataha eva prithivyam. So the essence of the prithvi is this unqualified smell, gandha. Gandha cannot be translated as smell, but the fragrance. Fragrance also means a good smell. That also we cannot use. So, punyatvam gandhasya svabhavataha eva prithivyam darshitam Why this is shown? Abadishu rasadehe punyatva upalakshanartham. Similarly, we should understand that in the water, the rasa, so rasa should be taken as the essence and not as the sweet or the sour or the salty or the bitter, and so on. So, apunyatvam tu gandhadinam avidya adharma adi apeksham samsarinam bhuta vishesha samsarga nimittam bhavati. And where from the apunyatvam gandhadinam, where from the dirtiness in the smell comes or the gandha comes? I am not happy with any translation. Apunyatvam is modification, let us put it this way. What is that which introduces modification in the original essence called as the gandha? So, avidya, adharma, adi apeksham, because of the ignorance and adharma, etc., samsarinam bhuta vishesha samsarga nimittam bhavati. In this worldly people, something becomes dirty, etc., or good because of its association with the things and beings, and therefore it is called as punya apunya in this verse. Now, tejo diptihi cha asmi vibhavasau agnau. So I am the teja dipti, the brightness. Now here the dipti should not be mistaken or taken only as the light, because the light is already indicated in the sun and the moon. So here we can take the fire, the heat. So tejo diptihi cha asmi vibhavasau agnau tatha jivanam sarva bhuteshu yena jivanti sarvani bhutani tad jivanam. So that because of which all the beings are alive, that life is me in all the living beings. Now see how slowly Bhagwan is bringing us to the essence. So, yena jivanti sarvani bhutani tad jivanam. Tapaha ja asmi tapasvishu. And among the tapasvis, or in the tapasvi, I am the tapas, austerity. Tasmin tapasimai tapasvinaha protaha. So in me, who is of the nature of the austerities, all the tapasvis are existing. Now here, let us think little more about it. Jivanam sarva bhuteshu is very easy to understand. Tapaha cha asmi tapasvishu. So what is the meaning of this? Tapasvi is the one who is on his own ready to give up and sacrifice and thereby discover independence from the earlier dependent objects. For example, a person gives up eating sweets. Now I shall not eat sweets hereafter. So giving up the sweets become the tapasya. Then somebody gives up that I will not put on warm clothing, may what happen. The third one comes that I will not put on any type of clothing, may what happen. So these are all called various tapasyas. Now this essence of the readiness and the easiness, willingness to give up the things is me. Now see how it is. Bhagwan is supporting everything, and yet he is not holding on to anything. And therefore, this is the divinity in all of us. Now be very attentive. Thought is going very deep. Our eyes give up every color and form instantaneously. When I look at one color and form, lift my eyes, go to the second one, the first one is immediately dropped. This ability to give up is natural to all of us. See? One word is heard, after that silence follows, and in that silence whatever word is heard is dropped by the ears. then we hear the second word. In this manner, ears also are readily giving up all the sounds. So is the case with the mind. Whatever may be the joy and the sorrows, they never remain all the time. So is the case with the intellect, and what to talk about consciousness. Gives up the whole waking dream and deep sleep. So this ability to give up is tapasya, and this ability which is prompting the tapasvis, the sincere seekers of truth, to give up everything, tyage naike amritatva manashu. So this ability among the seekers is me. Now see, all of us have an unknown appreciation for the renunciation. Suppose somebody is having a lot of car, property. He is respected because he has something. But he who doesn't have anything, he is respected more. Because all of us have basically the recognition for renunciation or the dispassion. And that is me among all the tapasvis. Then next verse. Bijam mam sarva bhutanam Vidhi partha sanatanam Buddhir buddhimatam asmi Tejas tejasvinamaham Bijam mam sarva bhutanam vidhi. Bijam, what is the bija? What is the seed? Seed is praroha karanam. Now see how beautiful this word is put. Normally what we understand, bija means the mango seed or the chili seed, that is the bij. That is not the bij. That is the carrier of the bij. Then what is the meaning of the seed? Seed is praroha karanam, that because of which the growth is possible. See how subtle it is. Everything in this world is constantly changing. Achai, see, right from the conception. First there is only a zygote, like ZTV, zygote. Now that one cell, which is the union of the sperm and the ovum, it starts growing. Then it becomes 2, it becomes 4, it becomes 16, it becomes 64. It goes on increasing slowly. So that because of which the things are growing in this world, that is called as bijam. So that bijam we see everywhere, because everything is growing, whether we want or we don't want. So, bijam praroha karanam mam vidhi sarva bhutanam he partha sanatanam chirantanam. And this bijam, this inherent potentiality present in every being to grow naturally is my presence. Now we will imagine, okay, that means those who are growing in that God is there. But after death, he disappears? No. Thereafter the growth is in another direction. Earlier it was childhood, middle age, old age and death. Now, after the death, it is putrefaction, decay and disintegration and going back to the 5 great elements. So this process of growth is continuously growing on. So bijam praroha karanam mam vidhi sarva bhutanam partha sanatanam chirantanam. And it is the eternal principle. It is neither created by anybody nor it can be stopped by anybody. You may try to stop your growing old. By whatever things you do, you will continue to grow old. The problems that I get when I go to the Western world are this. One old lady told me, Swami, I am hearing your talk and I am pretty impressed. But how will you tell my old man? He tells me that, hey, you are becoming too old. Why don't you go and tighten your face? So he is insisting that I should go to the face lifters, and then they tighten, they pull the things and cut the additional hanging skin and stitch it. So on the face, when it is tight and all that, you look young. Up to here, young. Niche, hanging. So what are you going to tighten? So this is chirantaram. There is no thing in this world which can stop this change or the growth. Kimcha punaha buddhihi viveka shaktihi antakarnasya buddhimatam viveka shaktimatam asmi. And I am buddhir buddhimatam asmi. Here buddhi means viveka shaktihi, the ability to discriminate. See, the discrimination is spoken of in three different ways in our scriptures. First discrimination is the Vedantic discrimination, what we can call as Sat Asad Vivek, Nitya Anitya Vivek, or Sat Asad Vivek. Now see what is the secret. Sat means that which is. Asat means that which is not. So how can you discriminate between which is and which is not? Means what? Existence alone is the truth. This is the meaning. See, discriminate between the presence of the pencil and the absence of the pencil. Now, presence of the pencil can be understood. Absence is not a thing. So, discover the presence in and through all the experiences and come to discover that this pure existence is the reality. This is the Viveka discrimination according to Vedanta. So Vedantic discrimination tells Ekameva Dvitiya Neha Nanasti Kinchana. Then second is the Sankhya Vivek, where we talk about the Drashta Drushya Vivek or Drugdrushya Vivek, wherein the seer is the conscious one and the seen is the inert. And then we come to a point that the seen cannot exist without the support of the seer, and therefore seer is the reality, discard the seen. In this manner, this is the second one. And the third is the Viveka according to the path of devotion. So the real happiness is not in the worldly things. The real happiness is in being with the Lord. So the devotees start reveling in the imagination of various kinds of relationship with the God. They will start talking, dancing, singing, and then they come to a point that in this world there is no happiness, the real happiness is the Lord. And this is how this Viveka Shakti, Viveka Shaktivatam, so those who have proper understanding, this proper understanding is me among the wise people. And Tejaha Pragalbhyam Tadvatam Tejasvinam Aham. Pragalbhya is the Pragalbhya means the prowess, the greatness and valor among the powerful people that I am. So Tejaha. Now to make this point clear, Tejaha can be shown, understood like this. When our Mahatma Gandhi went to the round table conference in London, Churchill was the Prime Minister, and he told, nobody should get up and receive that old beggar from India. And he was the Prime Minister, everybody has to obey his order. And when Mahatma Gandhi reached there, he was the first person to get up. and receive. Naturally, when he got up, everybody has to get up. Then he realized that he himself got up. Now what is that because of which the respect and expression of the respect naturally came in him is this Teja. So, Tejas Vinamaham. I am this Pragalbhya among the great powerful people. Continuing further, Balam Balavatam Chaham Kamaraga Vivarjitam Dharma Viruddho Bhuteshu Kamosmi Bharatarshava. Balam Samarthyam Ojo Balavatam Aham. I am the Samarthya, the Ojas. Ojas is the abilities. So, Balavatam, among the powerful, I am the power. Tatcha Balam Kamaraga Vivarjitam. But that Balam, that power, the strength, the energy, the ability, the special expression of the inner potentiality, all this Balam is how Kamaraga Vivarjitam. Means what? Kamaha cha ragaha cha kamaragau. Kama trishna asannikristeshu vishayeshu. Ragaha ranjana prapteshu vishayeshu. Kama means what? When we have extreme attachment to the worldly objects, and raga means what? Whatever we have, so ragaha ranjana prapteshu vishayeshu. So whatever things we have got raga attachment for that. So first is the trishna and second is the ragaha. So kama raga vivarjitam. So this bala, this strength, this samarthya, this ability is not born out of desire to get something or the desire to enjoy something. Now see, this balam that we see among the suicide attackers, they are ready to go and kill themselves to attain whatever they have to attain. Now this power is prompted by kama and the raga. See, they have the desire, we should eliminate everybody. Who are you to eliminate anybody from this world? No, I don't want them. So it is a tremendous force, and because of this tremendous force, one is able to do anything in this life. So that is not me, that is not my samarthya. See, there are two things. Another example you can take. We have two powers functioning in our hand. One power or the balam is that of the divine, because of which my hand is moving everything. Second is, I take in that hand a dagger and put in somebody's stomach, or I take by the same hand a flower and offer it to the Lord. So the power of the God is common in both the things. But both the actions of putting a dagger or offering a flower, these two are supported by the kamaraga. See? Therefore, every action of ours has these two aspects. One is the inherent strength, which all of us have. Second is, this inherent strength is harvested under the influence of the desire and the attachment. So Bhagavan says, Balam balavatam chaham. I am the strength among the strong people, but this strength is free from the influence of the attachment and the desire. Now, ताभ्याम विवर्जितम देहादि धारणा मात्रार्थम बलम अहम अस्मि न तु यत् संसारिणाम तृष्णा का राग कारणम. So What is the balam aham? I am. So, dehadi dharana matrartham balam. So, only that strength because of which the life is maintained in this world. That original power I am. And natu yat samsaranam trishna raga karanam. And not the one wherein in this relative existence the worldly people, they also are very powerful, but their power is not my power, but it is a perverted power borrowed from the desire, etc. After having said this, so kama raga vivarjitam, so you are so much against desire and all that, of course. Then kincha dharma aviruddho, dharmena shastrarthena aviruddho yaha pranishu bhuteshu kamaha yatha deha dharana matra adi arthaha ashana panadi vishaya kamaha asmi he bharatarshava. But there are two types of desires. One desires are for getting something in this world, accumulating, indulging. Second desire is to maintain life. So, when we are hungry, it is the divine presence. See? Therefore, those people who don't get hungry, they are considered to be having some abnormality. Hunger we must get, because the Lord is sitting inside. But this hunger becomes a problem when we want a particular thing. Why don't they prepare some achar and something, in the food? The same food all the time, no change, mechanically going on. So, to take food because you are hungry is the divine expression. To demand a lot of modifications so that we can enjoy the food, it is not the expression of the divinity. Therefore, dharma aviruddha bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshava. Therefore, if you are hungry, to take food is the expression of the divine. If you are thirsty, to drink water is the expression of the divine. But I want only Coca-Cola because I don't take anything else. Then it is wrong. In this manner, deha dharana matra dyarthaha ashana panadi vishaya kamaha asmi he bharatarshava. So only for maintaining the body through the hunger thirst, that desire I am. So up to here, Bhagavan has given us about 15 examples. Now what we have to do, how do we convert this jnanam into vijnanam? Now see, one example I will give you. I think I have given you this example, it's a mother context, but the meaning is different here. A person who is fully involved only in earning money, for example. So his travel is oriented to earn money. If he goes somewhere for parties, his parties are organized, arranged to earn money. So it is a business travel, it is a business dinner. If it is a vacation, it is a business vacation. Means what? Every department of activity of their life is business oriented. So when they talk to somebody also, that speech or talk may be as if a casual meeting, but in and through that casual meeting some business is struck. In the same manner, these 15 examples are given for us, that in and through every interaction of our life. Which are those interactions? First is interaction. We come in contact with the whole world through 5 sense organs, and we have got Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, 5 types of experiences. Now imagine, if every smell reminds us of the Lord, if every taste reminds us of the Lord, if every sound reminds us of the Lord, what will happen? Kenopanishad, pratibodha viditam matam. See? And when you are able to thus discover in all the objects of experience the divine presence, we will never get into bhoga pravritti, but we will naturally be established in the yoga vritti. This is the meaning. So these examples are meant for again and again practicing in our life. Like when you take, let's take chandan and put, and then you get the smell of the sandalwood, immediately we are reminded of the Lord. Or if we taste a tulasi dala, that taste reminds us of the Lord. So these are the specific. But when every sound, every smell, every touch, every sight, every form, every name will be able to remind us of the Lord, then we are converting the jnanam into vijnanam. So this is the spiritual practice. This is called as a nididhyasanam. Again and again, trying to focus attention on the same absolute reality through every experience. But this is regarding the 5 great elements, etc. Then second thing, jivanam sarva bhuteshu. Next one. See, when we look at the world, the living beings, we start differentiating as somebody, human being, animal, good, bad, etc. Now about this, I will give an example. There was a man who has taken a vow that he will not take food unless he gives food to somebody. And every day he used to wait for some atithi to come, he used to give him food and then take. It so happened that one day nobody came, second day nobody came, third day nobody came, and this poor fellow was feeling hungry. And he prayed to the Lord, "Oh Lord, please send somebody. I am dying of hunger. Please have mercy on me." Fourth day, one beggar comes. When the beggar comes and he sits, immediately food is given and he starts eating. So he says, "Stop, don't take food." Why? You don't offer prayers to the Lord before taking food. He said, "Hey, I don't believe in that nonsense. Let me eat." Then you cannot take the food. He said, "Forget about your food. I'll go away." And he goes away. This man is again hungry. He couldn't take. Again he prays and the Lord tells him, whether somebody should pray before taking food or not, who are you to decide? See, if you have to pray, you pray. Yesterday that fellow who came did not pray. It was me only. So how can I pray to me? See how beautiful it is. If our understanding goes in this direction, jivanam sarva bhuteshu. If somebody is alive, God is keeping him alive in the form of life. Now who are we to snatch away somebody's life? So jivanam sarva bhuteshu. Then tapaschasvi tapasvishu. This also I told you, the readiness, the ability to give up is the manifestation of the divinity. Then bijam mam sarva bhutanam viddhi partha sanatanam. So this eternal factor because of which changes are taking place in everything, recognize that as my presence. And in this manner, these are the various approaches. Now these are only few of them. This topic is repeated in number of times in Bhagavad Gita. 7, Bhagavan has told from the essence point of view. When we go to the 10th chapter, you will see, there Bhagavan will tell, among the trees I am the Ashwatha, among the Pandavas I am the Dhananjaya, among the Vrishnis I am the Sri Krishna. So, here he is taking the essence. There he is taking the categories. So, trees is a category. So, among the trees I am the Ashwatha. Then second category is the rivers. So among the rivers, I am the Ganges. The third category is the mountains. Among the mountains, I am the Meru. And in this manner, he is trying to draw our attention from every category that we come across. And here, he is going beyond all the categories and taking us directly to the essence of everything in this world. And what is that essence? Mattaha parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. In this one, uncompromisingly, one without a second reality, this multiplicity of Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha, all the differences, changes are superimposed on me. Focus attention on this unchanging reality. This is the purpose of this topic. Now, continuing this thought in the 12th verse, Ye chaiva satvika bhavaha rajasastamasaschaye matta eveti tan vidhi natvaham teshu te mayi. Now see, he is now concluding of all what is said so far. What was said so far? Ye cha eva satvika rajasa tamasaha bhavaha. So three types of things were discussed so far. Which are those? Satvikaha sattva nirvrita bhavaha padarthaha. So, which are the sattvic padartha, sattvic things at the causal level? So, everything pertaining to the causal level or the one which is knowledge predominant is sattva guna pradhan. So, ye sattvika bhavaha. So, in that we can take all the good people, all the good trees, all the good animals, all the gods, all of them, they fall under the sattvika. Then rajasaha rajo nirvrittaha. So the second one is rajasa. Now what is the rajasa? Rajasas are those who are activity oriented. Sattvikas are knowledge oriented. Rajasas are dynamism, activity oriented. Now this activity could be both for the betterment of the totality, Kshatriyas, or for the betterment of one's own selfishness, Vaishyas. So all of them, Rajasaha. Then Tamasaha, Tamo Nirvritaha. And the third one is those who are Tamo Guna Pradhan, those who are mere materialist in their approach to life. For them, other than the material things, nothing else is important. So, all these three aspects. Now, this includes the total creation. What is the total creation? Objective world is the effects of the tamoguna. Then, the tamoguni world is recognized by the subject. So, the subject is the sattvaguna. And their contact is established by this rajoguna. In this manner, dravya pradhan, matter oriented is the tamoguna, then dynamism oriented is the rajoguna, and knowledge oriented is the sattvaguna. So, yecha eva, all these three kinds of total expressions, matta eva eti, matta eva iti, they are all born out of me. See? Tan matta eva jayamanan eva evam vidhi sarvan samastan eva. Therefore, I am the substratum of this Trigunatmika Prakriti, because Trigunatmika Prakriti is not existing independent of the absolute reality. Like The burning power cannot exist independent of the fire. In the same manner, this Trigunatmika Prakriti and its modifications. So Sattva and its modification, Rajas and its modification, Tamas and its modification. So which are the modifications of the Sattva? Is the Mana Buddhi, Chitta, Hankar, Jnanendriyas. Which are the modifications of the Rajoguna? These Pranamaya Kosha, Karmendriyas and all the activities. And which are the modifications of the Tamoguna? All the structures which are built in the gross body, they are the modifications of the Tamoguna. So all of them, Matta eva iti tan vidhi, they are all born of me, or they are all existing in me. And na tu aham teshu. Now this is very important. But I am not in them. Means what? By the knowledge, I don't become wise. And by the absence of the knowledge, I don't become ignorant. See? By the activities, I don't become the doer. And by the suspension of the activities, I don't become lazy. By having had this whole world created, I don't become rich. And when the world is not there, I don't become poor. See? What a joy it is. Natu aham teshu. I am not in them. That means their influence on me is zero. Like the ocean is telling. All waves are in me, but I am not in them. Means what? Waves cannot exist apart from, independent of the ocean. Good. But the biography of the wave does not have influence on the ocean. What is the biography of a wave? Born, asti jayate vardate viprinamate abhakshiyate iti. That which is born, which grows, which modifies, which becomes old, ultimately which dies. This Shadvikaravad, the 6 modifications of the wave do not touch the ocean. In the same way, all these 3 gunas and their modification, they are in me, but they cannot influence me. So, matta eveti tan vidhi natu aham teshu. And teshu te mai, but they are existing in me. So they cannot exist apart from me. So I am the existence behind the sattva, I am the existence behind the rajas, I am the existence behind the tamas and their effects, and I am also the existence behind their absence. See, this thing particularly has to be clearly understood. This is what that mantra we have seen. Tamasap parastat. Tamasap parastat means what? The light is against the darkness. The knowledge is against the ignorance. But the truth is supporting the wisdom of the wise and the colossal foolishness of the stupid. Both are supported by the same reality. Therefore, the truth is not opposed to anything. Unopposed illuminator is the absolute reality. See? Waker is opposing the dream and the deep sleep. The dreamer is opposing the waking and the deep sleep. The prajna is opposed to the waker and the dreamer. But the mattaha parataram nanyat kinchid asti dhananjaya, this absolute self is not opposed to the waker, can come and play the game of the waking experience. The dreamer can come and play the game of the dreams. The deep sleeper can come and play the game of nothingness. So they are in me, but I am not in them. Na aham teshu. So they cannot exist without me, but I am without them. So, यद्यपि ते मत्तः जायन्ते तथापि न तु अहम देशु तद अधीनः. So although they are born out of me, I am not controlled by them. I am not dependent on them. Now see how it is. This is another very subtle thought. We ourselves project a thought that I think I should have a particular thing. After that, we become the victim of our own creation. See? This is what the sankalpa does, a trick. We don't understand it. We only do the sankalpa. See, the other day, I don't know if I told you, one Amma who knows me for many years, she went to see some Mahatma in Delhi, in Bombay. And afterwards she came and met me. She said, Swamiji, I went to meet such and such person, very great Mahatma. I read his books and I was very keen to meet him. And I went, and after that she came to meet me. And next day morning she went out of Bombay. So for about 1 hour she was with me. She was telling, Swamiji, when I went there, I said, hey, you tell me what happened, what you have learned. She said, Swamiji, I have come to you so many times. You have never asked me that question what he has asked. I said, what is the question? He has never asked, what is your problem? You never asked this question. So, he asked, what are you seeking? He said, nothing. What do you want? Nothing. Why you have come here? Just like that. I read your books, I thought, let me meet you. But there must be some reason why you have come. There is no reason. You must be seeking something. No, I am not seeking anything. See? So be attentive. When I take a position of a doctor and sit in the medical chamber, anybody comes to me, I look upon him as a patient, is it not? When I take a position of a Mahatma, anybody comes to me, I start projecting that here is one victim who has come to trouble me. See how important it is. And thereafter, our own projection. Now that man has come to ask me something, I don't know what he's going to ask, and therefore I am preparing. And he said, no, I don't want anything. Gone. So, this position which I have taken is only my projection. And this is how we become conditioned by our own creation. Now here Bhagavan says, Na tu aham teshu tad adhinaha tad vashaha. You see how clear it should be. Let any thought come in the mind, but let us not become the victim of the thought. See? That is the meaning. And if we are able to practice this, we will slowly grow out of the limitations of the individuality. And this is what is the whole yoga sadhana, yama niyama, asana, pranayam, pratyahar, dharana, dhyan, samadhi is meant only for this. Discover your independence from the conditionings of your body, mind, intellect, etc. That is the purpose. So, na tu aham teshu tad adhinaha tad vashaha yatha samsarinaha. Like a samsari. Samsari creates his own samsara. The other day one person came, he said, Swamiji, I am so fed up of my life. I don't know why did I get married. You please help me. I said, help in what? Divorce. and get again married. No, I don't know what I should do. I said, when you got married that time, did you ask me? No. Now you suffer. Don't be so indifferent. I said, no, I am not indifferent, I am definite. So it is we alone create the problems. And then we become the victim of our own creation. See? Therefore, natu aham teshu na tad adhinaha tadvashaha yatha samsarinaha te punaha mai madvasha madadhinaha. So, all the whole world of these three gunas is under my control and I am not under their control. This is what we are simultaneously, Jiva as well as Ishvara. See? When we become miserable because we don't get anything, we are Jiva. And when we are happy to give the things up, we are Ishvara. Instantaneously. See? Discover this within your own life. When you want something, you get and you are happy. And when you give something somebody who wants, then that person becomes happy. So his happiness of getting and your happiness of giving, if you compare them, the happiness of the giver is far superior than the happiness of the receiver. This is the difference between Jiva and Ishvara. So whenever we are happy in getting the things, understand Jiva in operation. And whenever we are ready, happily giving the things, then Ishvara is in operation. Therefore, tyage naike amrutatva manashu. And when you are given up everything, you are attained Ishvaratva in its completeness, amrutatvam. And even that Ishvaratvam is given up, then you come to the immortality. Evam bhutam api parameshwaram nitya shuddha buddha mukta svabhavam sarva bhutatmanam nirgunam samsara dosha bija pradaha karanam mam na bhijanati jagat iti anukrosham darshayati Bhagavan. Bhagavan is frustrated. Why is frustrated? People don't recognize me. Who are you? Evam bhutam api parameshwaram mam. So this me who is the support of the total world, who is supporting the sattva, rajas, tamas and their modification, to this Parameshwaram, and who is this Parameshwara? Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Svabhavam, eternal wisdom, free, awakened naturally, Sarva Bhutatmanam, who is the essence of all the things and beings, Nirgunam, beyond the influence of the three gunas, Samsara Dosha Bija Pradaha Karanam, the one in whom all the ignorance, which is the cause of the samsara, is destroyed, that to mam na vijanati jagat. People don't recognize me. Iti anukrosham darsheti Bhagavan. Bhagavan is feeling very bad. I don't know what to do. Why these people don't understand me and discover joy? Why they are suffering so much? Tat kim nimittam jagataha ajnanam iti uchyate. Now what is the cause, reason, nimittam? This jagataha ajnanam. What is the reason? Why the jagat means the people. Jagat doesn't mean the stones and bricks. So why the people don't recognize me? Na abhijanati. Don't recognize me. This is said in the 13th mantra. Tribhir gunamayi bhavaihi ebhi sarvamidam jagata mohitam nabhijanati mamebhya paramavyayam. Now here Bhagavan gives the cause. What is the reason? Here the word Jagat means the people. Jagat doesn't mean the Panchamahabhutas or the Ishvara. No, the people. Because without the people, Jagat has no meaning. So what is that because of which idam Jagat na abhijanati, they don't recognize me. See, abhijanati is recognition. Abhijnana, so recognition. What is the reason? The reason is ebhi tribhi gunamayai bhavaihi. Because of these three gunas and their influence, idam sarvam jagat mohitam. This whole world is deluded, and therefore they don't recognize me who is beyond that. Now there are different aspects in this mantra. Which are the bhavas, sattvic, rajasic, tamasic, and how they delude the individuals. And because of that, this Paramatma, although abundantly available, is not recognized by us in and through our life. What is that? How is that? How we are deluded? It's a very deep topic. We'll take it in our next class. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.